Hello, good morning everyone. Today I am going to introduce your topic of class 9th chemistry, that is chapter 3rd, atoms and molecules. So you all must have heard about atoms and molecules. Can anybody tell me what are atoms? Okay. Yeah, very good. So atoms are the basic building blocks of matter, or we can say atoms are the simplest form of matter which cannot be further subdivided. All right. Yeah. So I'll give you a very simple example. Gold is a metal. Suppose if I cut gold into pieces, each piece of gold will be an atom itself. All right. Each piece will be a separate atom itself. Now let us study some burning reaction. See, on burning charcoal, you must have seen it leaves ashes at the end. So have you ever wondered what happened to that matter charcoal? Where did that charcoal go? Think. Okay, I'll tell you. It will convert into ash. The carbon present in it will mix with the oxygen in the atmosphere and it will form CO2. So many scientists, they have so many questions at that time, and burning and combustion reaction puzzled them to a greater extent. So Lavoisier was one of the scientists who studied combustion reaction in detail, and he has played a major role in giving law of conservation of mass. So today we are going to study the law of conservation of mass. Okay. So this is the great scientist Anton Lavoisier. He was a French nobleman, so he was able to determine the mass of reactant and product irrespective of their physical states. Okay. So he made so many important contributions to chemistry, and some so people call him the father of modern chemistry. So guys, his name is very important. Who is the father of modern chemistry? That is Anton Lavoisier. Keep it in mind. And based on his proposition, law of conservation of mass has been given. So now let us find out how he reached to this conclusion about law of conservation of mass. Okay. So he did it with an experiment. So the aim of the experiment is to find out the change in the mass before and after a chemical reaction. So let us find it out. So we need so many materials for it: barium chloride, sodium sulfate, distilled water, conical flask, beaker, rubber cork, thread, spring balance, retort stand. So basically, you have to be ready with all these things. Now I'm getting on procedure. So first of all, I'm going to prepare the solution of barium chloride. See how I'm going to prepare it. This is the powder form barium chloride. Now I'm going to take a conical flask. In this conical flask, going to add some barium chloride. Then I'll add some distilled water in it. So the solution of barium chloride is prepared. Now I'm going to take this barium chloride solution in a little bit of test tube. See, this is a test tube, and I'm going to take some of the solution of this. All right. So now next step is I'm going to prepare sodium sulfate solution. Okay. To the same procedure. Okay. This is the sodium sulfate in powdered form. I'm going to take it in a conical flask. First I'll put this sodium sulfate in this conical flask. Then I'm going to put it some distilled water in it. Now the solution is ready. Now what I'm going to do, this is the retort stand. I'm going to hang the test tube which contain the barium chloride. All right, which contain the barium chloride solution in the conical flask. Let me show you. See, this is the conical flask in which the sodium sulfate solution is there. Hanging in it, this test tube which contains the barium chloride solution. All right. Now I'm going to put a cork inside it so that it doesn't get mixed. And I'm going to weight the flask with its contents carefully using spring balance. So spring balance is used in case there is no digital balance, we can balance the mass of reactants through this. All right. So after that, what I'm going to do, now I'm going to tilt it. I'm going to tilt it and swirl the flask so that they can mix thoroughly in it. Okay, the two solutions get mixed thoroughly. Then I will weigh the flask again with the same spring balance. Okay, this means I have to check the mass of the reactant before the chemical reaction as well as after the chemical reaction. So record your observation and you can see that weight of flask and content before mixing is equal to the weight of mass and content after mixing. So I can give this through an equation that when barium chloride react with sodium sulfate, white PPT of barium sulfate is formed. See, so this is the chemical equation, and the white precipitate I'm going to show it with the downward arrow. All right. So you all can write with this balanced equation. All right. So we can reach to a conclusion that a chemical reaction take place and there is no change in mass. Okay. The mass of the reactants remains same before and after the chemical reaction. Therefore, mass is neither created nor destroyed in a chemical reaction. So this is the law of conservation of mass. Let me give you in a very simple term. So matter is neither created nor destroyed during a chemical reaction. So more simply, the mass of reactant is equal to the mass of product in a chemical reaction. So I hope I have made it clear, the law of conservation of mass. Okay, so that's all for today. If you like my video, please do like it, share it.